The Vraxian Dominion had ruled the galaxy with an iron fist for 3 centuries. Their obsidian warships carved through star systems like scythes through wheat, leaving nothing but ash and silence in their wake. Entire civilizations had been reduced to footnotes in history, their cultures erased, their worlds strip-mined for resources. The galaxy cowered before the Vraxians, and those who resisted learned quickly that defiance meant extinction. Commander Zekthor stood on the bridge of his flagship, the Eternal Dread, surveying the newest conquest with satisfaction. The Polarian Knee. Homeworld burned below, its once blue oceans now choked with debris and ash. Another species added to the list of the subjugated. Another system claimed for the Dominion. Commander, his tactical officer hissed, mandibles clicking nervously. We've detected an anomaly in the outer rim of this system, a derelict vessel of unknown origin. Zekthor's 3 eyes narrowed. Show me. The holographic display flickered to life, revealing a massive cylindrical ship drifting in the darkness. Its hull was scarred and ancient, covered in symbols that matched no known language in the Dominion's extensive databases. But what caught Zekthor's attention was the faint energy signature emanating from deep within its core. Life signs? He demanded. Negative, Commander. But there are active power systems. Cryogenic chambers, if our scans are correct. Thousands of them. Zekthor's lips curled into what passed for a smile among his kind. A ghost ship full of frozen primitives. Board it. Whatever technology they possess is now property of the Dominion. The boarding party breached the hull within the hour. They moved through corridors lined with strange markings, past walls adorned with images of a blue-green world and a species that walked on 2 legs. The Vraxian soldiers laughed at the primitive aesthetics, at the simplicity of the ship's design. Then they reached the cryo bay. Rows upon rows of chambers stretched into the darkness, each containing a sleeping figure. The aliens inside were pale, fragile-looking things with soft skin and no natural armor. Weak, harmless. Begin extraction protocols, the lead soldier ordered. Thaw 1 for interrogation. They chose a chamber at random and initiated the wake sequence. Steam hissed as the pod opened, revealing a male specimen. His eyes fluttered open, pupils contracting against the harsh light. For a moment, he simply stared at the Vraxian soldiers surrounding him, taking in their weapons, their armor, their predatory stances. Then he smiled. Took you long enough, he said in a voice rough from centuries of sleep. The soldiers didn't understand his words, but they understood the tone. It wasn't fear, it was anticipation. The human moved with impossible speed. His fist connected with the nearest soldier's thorax, and the crack of chitin echoed through the bay. Before the others could react, he'd seized a plasma rifle and fired 3 precise shots. 3 soldiers fell. Alarm screamed throughout the ship. The human, they would later learn his name was Marcus Chen, captain of the UES Remembrance, ran his fingers across a nearby console. Ancient systems roared to life, responding to his touch like they'd been waiting centuries for this moment. Throughout the ship, cryopods began to open. Commander Zekthor watched in growing horror as his boarding party was systematically eliminated. These weren't primitives. These weren't weak prey species. Every human that awakened fought with a ferocity the Dominion hadn't encountered in 300 years of conquest. All units, fall back, Zekthor ordered. Destroy that ship. But the humans were already moving. The Remembrance shuddered as ancient engines fired, propulsion systems that predated most of the technology in the sector roaring to life. And from its weapons ports, something emerged that made Zekthor's blood run cold. Kinetic weapons, primitive, brutal, and devastatingly effective against shields designed to deflect energy weapons. Tungsten rounds traveling at relativistic speeds tore through the Eternal Dread's shields like they weren't even there. How? Zekthor whispered. How are they so effective? His science officer's voice trembled as she replied, Commander, I've accessed their historical databases. These humans, they didn't enter cryosleep to explore, they fled. Their world was dying, but before they left, they fought wars. Thousands of years of wars. They refined killing into an art form. The Remembrance rolled, impossibly agile for a ship its size. More Vraxian vessels converged, but the human ship danced between them, its crew working with the synchronization of a species that had spent millennia perfecting military coordination. Captain Chen's voice crackled across all channels, the ship's AI translating his words into every language known to the Dominion. I am Captain Marcus Chen of the United Earth Starship Remembrance. For 500 years we have slept, hoping to wake to a galaxy at peace. Instead, we wake to find it enslaved. Another volley of kinetic rounds punctured through a Vraxian destroyer. You have forgotten what humans are, Chen continued, his voice cold as the void. We are not the strongest, we are not the fastest, but we are survivors. We are warriors, and we do not tolerate tyranny. The Remembrance lit up the darkness with railgun fire, and the Vraxian formation broke. Within days, human cryo ships were being discovered across the galaxy, each carrying thousands of sleeping soldiers, engineers, tacticians. The humans had sent out dozens of colony ships, each a time capsule of humanity's military might. The Vraxian Dominion, which had terrorized the galaxy for 3 centuries, fell in 3 months. The freed species of the galaxy watched in awe as humanity dismantled the empire that had seemed invincible. And they learned a valuable lesson. Never assume the sleeping are defenseless. Never assume the survivors are weak, because humans didn't just survive. They remembered. They prepared, and when they woke, they brought hell with them. Captain Chen stood on the bridge of the Remembrance, looking out at a galaxy slowly healing from centuries of oppression. Behind him, his crew worked tirelessly, coordinating with other awakened human vessels. What now, Captain? His first officer asked. Chen smiled, the same smile he'd given the Vraxian soldier who'd awakened him. Now we make sure this never happens again. The galaxy slept while tyrants ruled. We'll be the ones who stay awake. In the darkness between stars, more human ships stirred. The galaxy's long nightmare was over. Humanity's watch had begun.